Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike coming at you the weekly news and review for August 16th, 2026. And of course, we have Transformers news. The Fans Toys Fantastic model Rambo's corpse is not cold yet. I mean, the people who have them, it's still warm from getting handled. And some people don't even have it yet, but yet Wind Charger is on the way. Shout out to Billy for his video there. We got some Mondo, we got Street Sharks, and I have something else to say about this that's even not about Mondo, more about Mattel. It's more telling. Mutt-telling? It's mutt-telling. We've got some Neko Muppet babies. And are you shocked? Are you surprised? I actually don't know how these are going to be sold. I need to look into that. I'm going to learn that, figure that out. We got Ramen Toy coming out with showing some individual figures they're going to put out carded with eyeball paint. For the first time ever, we get Killer Mask with eyeballs, and it's gonna be great. I had these pictures last week and I somehow omitted even talking about it, so we are going to talk about it, but now it's better because it's live. So Four Horsemen and Skeleton Warriors, and Star Wars drama. And this is another first. There's never been drama in the Star Wars community until now. Finally, 40-something years later, finally some drama. 50 years. Almost 50. You give it another year. 50 years. There'll be some drama. We'll talk about Star Wars and all this coming up. Starting out, Fantastic Model Rambo Sideswipe is shipping now from Shozy Store. $140. Now, it says sold out. There's still more, and after everybody certain time frame, they'll put what's left up for reorder. But that was something that a viewer told me. They said, "Hey, just pay for it and they'll ship it." And I paid for it and they shipped it. So, hope I'm not getting anyone in trouble there. But also, this past week I was talking about Junkions and Legends Junkions and why I could build a whole scene of that. But KFC still has this Crash Hog up for pre-order. Bit of a funny joke, but it's due for release late December of 2025. It's still coming, though. Oh, see something else funny about Star Wars to talk about, but we're sticking with Transformers right now. And so this is what's up. You can see what I've paid for. Price, $150 each. I'm a little weary about the $165 for the shattered glass. I wonder if those are just going to be in much smaller quantities, but there it is. I mean, that's what I'm paying for mine, if you are curious, and what's coming, what's getting reviewed, and what you can pick up still in stock at Shozy Store. And Bingo Toys for $115. It's the BTO 802 Newton Afterburner. That's not a cookie, Mama. It's a Fruit Newton. You remember that commercial? Fruit Newton. Well, it's not really what Newton's after. But anyway, I'm already impressed with this set. I'm excited for it. I got mine. Mine will be coming. I'm very excited for it. And it should be shipping now if you've already pre-ordered it. A lot of people said they didn't want to get in on this if they couldn't get the first one, which is smart. Like, who'd want to start on the second one and know the first one's not coming? So they're putting back out the first one again, and I think this is the third run. I'm not lying. This is what I think. It's my thoughts. I can't prove anything, but can't prove it in court of law. But I think it's the third run of this Hertz. It's wildly popular. People love it. I actually haven't heard anyone that's handled it say anything really negative about it. Okay, we got some fresh pictures of Scavenger from MMC, Mastermind Creations, and this is their all-in-one. I believe it's still all-in-one. That's where they started, so I figured they'd keep going. I want to say several things positive about this. That first of all, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty tuned. It looks pretty much like I would expect. Very little paint is my understanding. I'm not dogging it, of course. I'm just saying it looks like it's got very little paint, but it doesn't really look like it needs it. It looks very nice the way it is. And it does have working treads. Working treads. So that's something I don't think we've gotten. Have we gotten that on any of the other ones? Anyway, I will show something about that here in a bit. It's a engineering thing that they had to overcome to maintain the working treads. And I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Remember, if you're in on this set, it's going to be 18 inches instead of 21 inch. It's not going to be as big as Fans Toys or X Transbots, but it'll scale well with the other MMCs that are out there. And then I did a video a long time ago letting you know everything else that's in that 18-inch scale. And I want you to just kind of concentrate on the inside of the knee for this picture. Hope I get it lined up just right. But as you can see, to keep the treads working, they have to engineer the stuff the way they do it. So you have some folding tabs and stuff that just will not conflict with that tread. And so it's being held on by just a tab on the inside, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But as you can see, the tread can probably still move while it's in bot mode. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter at all. It's just the way my mind thinks. When I heard it had moving treads, I wanted to see how it worked, and that's how it works. All right, so we get to see X Transbots MX70 Varak, which is Zarak, but with a V. So you have no idea what character they're trying to represent because it's called Varak. Anyway, Fans Toys FT40A Hannibal for comparison, so you can see it's slightly taller. Which, will we be getting a Cerebros from X Transbots? And if we get a Cerebros from X Transbots, would it be more of a US release, kind of the black and the chest being different? And there's some serious differences between the US version and the Japanese version. I would say, I think that if X Transbots did that in the future, it would be very USE. Westernized, I guess. I don't know. I think people in the UK still look at that season 4 version as theirs more. Anyway, here's the head. I didn't capture the picture, but somebody had a really cool video, and they had put this head on top of, I think it was it a Sign Culture? I don't know. It was another one of these third party ones, and it looks like a big head on them, but it still was kind of a fun picture. Should have snapped it and given credit and all this. But anyhow, these pictures came from Ratchet 2007 to TFW 2005, and lots of fun. And yes, these are shipping now from Josie Store. All right, so I think this really is the biggest Masterpiece news with Fans Toys FT63 Turbo, or their take on a wind charger, and it's one of the most requested characters because of the disdain for the X Transbots version. I will say the X Transbots one is dated. I will say that I got it. I knew it wasn't the greatest, and there'll be a better one down the road for the X Transbots, and the Fans Toys one is an improvement. It's not a drastic day and night improvement in my opinion, but it will probably beat out the X Transbots enough that most people want to upgrade. And the mini bots are the cheapest ones Fans Toys make, so the price isn't too bad. I mean, it's a pretty good time to be a collector, but I don't have my Rambo yet. And a lot of people are still, infatuated with that Rambo figure, which I think last I checked on TF Source it was sold out. I don't know if they've stocked more. So it's kind of one of those things where that figure is selling well. It's a trade-up figure. The Rambo's a trade-up figure, and it sells out. I assume this would sell out too, eventually, over time after a while, but pretty good looking figure overall, but just not, to me, the most definitive looking figure. Let's not just look at this one picture. Billy doing the work for Fans Toys, and it's kind of fun putting in the cartoon and all that. That is a lot of work. That's not something to just be like, oh, look at you slap this together. It's a serious amount of work to do what he did, so it's pretty good. Fun. It's fun. And with that, you can kind of see, it's not that clean on the inside of the lower leg, and there's not really a foot, but I guess there's not supposed to be with cartoon and all that kind of stuff. But pluses and minuses, I think it's fine. I've got one. Whenever it's time, it'll be coming, so I will be definitely checking it out, and it's just the way it is. Here's the alt mode, which, I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to be storing it. Displaying it. Not storing it. Displaying it in alt mode. More than just a review. I'll review it, transform it back, and I don't know. I was going to say, yeah, just put X Transbots in the alt mode, which the X Transbots one looks great. The only problem is that would not be a fun afternoon, putting X Transbots back. Just saying. However, little fun it is to transform the Fans Toys one. The X-Trans Plus one was not fun. Alright, so not a whole lot of Masterpiece stuff going on right at this moment, but there will be. Eventually. Blockies, Transformers Galaxy version 11, Lost Light, Rodimus, possible first look. So this is IDW? Is that what they're saying? Is IDW? And Lost Light, whatever. There's basically, there's a lot of people excited for this. And with that, metallic IDW Lost Light inspired deco of Blocky's Galaxy IDW Rodimus is what this is. This variant is likely to be a chase, secret or super secret kit. In any case, takes it with a grain of salt until we get an actual confirmation of full wave. So just putting that out there. So that's the thing. People get excited for some other stuff that's just all over the place this week. Jada Toys Metal Figs Transformers movie found at U.S. retail. And Metal Figs, which I'm curious, are they actually made of metal? I haven't seen anyone open one and talk about it, but I don't think they're made of metal. It says die-cast on there, though. Is the whole thing die-cast? Which would be interesting. I mean, I've seen it reported before, but I kept my opinion to myself on that one because I wasn't sure. It'll be interesting. Maybe I'll get one and open it. If it is die-cast, I might actually get one. One. Not all of them, but Dr. Wu and their Micromaster Condor, and I feel like we've seen this before, Condor and Pioneer, but I think we saw it in different color schemes. So, like, they went with an alternate color scheme, and now we're going with this. But, or I'm showing the same graphic again from a different site, but, okay, so there's this Akai Studio upgrade kit for the Alpha Trion. So this is kind of the link. It's not missing, it's just a link between third party and the Hasbro. And here is, I guess this whole backpack clips on. So it's kind of interesting that I think a lot of this stuff does make it look a whole lot better. It all depends on price and all those kinds of things, but pretty cool looking. Akai Studios. We got another look at Takara's Missing Link Soundwave, and I'm actually quite curious what all it does. Like, has anyone taken this puppy for a test spin and seen the articulation and what it can do? I do feel like, I mean, it's all going to be ratchety and clickety versus there's some looseness in a lot of the G1s, especially used ones. So people are upset about the pricing on it. I don't know Shozi's pricing. I don't get upset when I know other places are charging way more, but I guess we'll have to see what Shozi charges because that's where I get mine from. And so I'm not flipping out because some people are saying it's over $200 at some places, and I'm like, there's no way, because translated over at like 160 and 190, and usually it's cheaper than that when the prices go up than the translation over from one currency to the other, conversions. But yeah, I'm just curious what it does. I mean, it looks good. It looks like a sound. I was just looking at Soundwave the other day. But these hands open. Alright, so this is something that was a little bit of a surprise to me. But I guess it shouldn't be. The Gem and the Holograms, Blaster, Glit, Sundor, and Rosanna sold out on Pulse. Now, the Optimus Prime and Miniature Jazz and G2 trailer cereal box thing didn't sell out, but this did. So that says that it was a good, to me that says it was a good offering that people liked and are going to enjoy and be happy with and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's ever going to go back up, but a lot of times these Transformers ones don't. They one and done. It is what it is. But I think it looks cool. It's just not for my collection, and I'm happy for those that are getting it. Now, oh, there's drama in everything Hasbro touches these days. Transformers Generations Power of the Primes Optimal Optimus reissue. There's nothing wrong with this reissue. Well, unless there's the price. I didn't even check the price. Oh my gosh. $100. It's $100. So maybe there's drama to that too. For a $50 figure. I guess it comes with a throne. So I guess that makes up the $50 difference. But It is a cool looking figure. Yeah, this is the Ultimate Optimus reissue. Not anything mind-blowingly crazy. It just is what it is. It's $100. And then I gotta show a picture of this. You're gonna know. You're gonna get where I'm getting at here in just a second. You'll get it here in a second. It's kind of funny. Well, not really funny, but truthful. Do you remember when they put this Coronation Starscream out? It's like they reissued the Starscream. So they put the Starscream out, and then they came out with the Coronation one back in the day, and Studio Series. And you got the extra parts and stuff. And then this thing didn't sell well because everybody already had the same, almost the exact same Starscream. And so nobody bought it. So it ended up at Ross and Ollie's for $15. Every Walmart, every Target, every place, everywhere had Starscream. It was a plague on retail. They couldn't get rid of these because everyone had a bunch of them, and they didn't sell because most people didn't really care about the Coronation and the chair. They got a figure already. They didn't need the Coronation stuff and the chair and all that. So that was an issue, which kind of makes me think retailers don't really want a Starscream for a while. And that's usually what happens. I mean, there's a lot of Bumblebees that retailers had to clearance out. That particular character was kind of disappeared for a while from retail shelves. Now, then after a while, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and more of those show back up. But then this week we get sort of it's not an apology, it's an assurance that you will get your Starscream. All right, so I'm going to try to, in editing, work all this out so you can read it along with me, but he rewrote this post 10 times trying to get the words out. Bottom line is we're fully aware of the frustrations about the Starscream, Prowl, and Insecticons rollout, and we're actively working to fix it. I get you all have a lot of questions that we just can't answer at the moment, but this is a top priority for our team now. The goal was, and still is, to get this figure and all of our figures into everyone's collection who wants it. We're still working to make that happen. Now, there's a couple of things I wanted to say on the piggyback on this. I wanted to piggyback upon this and say that this is exactly what I said would happen. Like, don't freak out. Don't spend $180 on one because they're going to put it out. But history has already shown us that Starscream is going to get multiple reissues, re-releases in slightly different color variations and all that good stuff. He still is going to probably get a Coronation set eventually. And yes, it's $43 instead of $50 with the Coronation, but it'll probably be like a $60 Coronation with it. But it's not something that we're going to not get. But I think the coloration is going to be different. I was going to clip it out of somebody's live stream and then, of course, credit, but I just didn't have time or didn't do it. But it's darker gray than I thought it would be. Because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in real life, and I'm just looking at pictures. But to see someone with a video and have it in a video, and I'm like, wow, that's really dark gray. It's not a light gray. It's a dark gray. It's like darker gray than I was thinking. So why? Well, I think they're going to give you a lighter shade of gray down the road. And then people who went after this first one are going to be flipping out that they like the other versions better. Then there'll probably be one that's almost bone white down the road. So I'm going to still try to, maybe I should go back and retroactively clip a picture because it'd make more sense what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was a little surprised about the coloration of it. And when it was in hands, that's a great looking figure. Yeah, it looks good, but they're going to give us one that looks better down the road, in my opinion. Here's stuff that is showing up at retail. For those who are excited, there's also Arkham 42 showing their pictures, then High 6640 give us heads up on the first Studio Series Waves 32 Deluxe, Age of Extinction Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Transformer One Soundwave, found at a Target in Texas and a Walmart in California, and then there's Swindle in there somewhere, one of those pictures, but stuff is showing up. I haven't seen any of this in person yet. Of course, if you live in the center of the country, you are the last to get everything. All right, we've got Age of Evolution Deluxe Machine Wars Megatron listing found. And if you didn't know, Megatron was a jet back then. It was today I found that. No, I'm just kidding. I heard it along the lines. I even handled the figure, I'm sure, and didn't know it was supposed to be a Megatron. But this is going to be Age of Evolution figure deluxe Machine Wars Megatron. And skew, it's got a skew showing, but this is one of those inside jobs where we hear about this stuff. Was that another JT Prime? Usually they say it's JT. It's from a TFW board member, but usually it's JT Prime putting those out. All right, now this new collab is coming from members Noon and Lincoln Park Irony as an upcoming collab between Speedracer and Transformers. Now, what I would like in this, and it will not be what I would like. I mean, I probably will pick it up, but it's not going to be what I would like. I would like it to fit a 3.75 inch figure, and I know that would be too big and too costly and blah, 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 blah. But wouldn't that be cool? I mean, wouldn't that be awesome? You'd be like, well, then, Mike, it wouldn't really fit with our collection because we couldn't put it next to our time machine. So I understand that, but for me personally, I would love, because I don't have a 3.75 inch one of these, and to know it's a Transformer, 3.75 inch scale would make this thing, pretty big. But wouldn't it be cool if they did that? If they did too, hey, it'd be cool if they put an actual action figure in with it. I mean, the car is not by itself; it's not mutually exclusive from the driver. He'd want both. So I'm curious how they do it. What am I going to end Transformers segment with another pickup? I thought I had these side by side. Okay, anyway, the clear Optimus Prime and stuff showing up at Walmart's, but this is in Canada, and so I guess I am going to throw this in there. I've been hearing from multiple different places. I haven't read a press release or anything, but there's going to be that, like I said, when they went from 25 to 28, that sometime at the beginning of 27, they're going to be up in the price on all these deluxe and then classified and Star Wars Black Series, all that, to $29.99. I'm not shocked because it's exactly what I said they were going to do, but it hasn't happened yet. I haven't seen the official press release, but I have heard a multitude of people talking about it, and it's exactly as soon as they raise that price, it's the first step. They don't do it all at once. They make it look like, oh, just a little bit now, and then, oh, later on, oh, just a little bit more. But $30 a figure, I mean, that's a deal breaker for a lot of people. That just the mental hurdle of that's how much you can only get 3 out of a $100 bill going forward, when it used to be able to get 5, and so that's a mental hurdle that's probably going to be hard for people to overcome. But these clear ones are showing up when they're $47.93 Canadian. All right, so this next story links Transformers to Mask, in which should have just been a fun way. Check this out, and I was like, that's kind of cool. The MPP-10 trailer on a Rhino. How does it look with the Loyal Subjects one? So this guy, and I've got his information, but I'm not gonna share it. I don't want him to be the one allegedly being negative about Loyal Subjects. Let me do that. I'll be the negative one here, and I'll share this story. So he wanted to see what the trailer looked like on it. So he got it out of the box. Now he had opened it, everything was fine. He was in that crowd of people that said, mine are fine. I don't have any problem with it at all whatsoever. I love these. They're great. I'm going to keep mine mint in the box, and like new, and it looks like he doesn't put stickers on or anything, but he's very happy with his purchase, right? 6 months later, he gets it out of the box, and lo and behold, both the ejector seat and the ram grill no longer retract. So they're permanently stuck out. This failed, sitting in the box for no more than 6 months of, my timeline from when these things, maybe 8 months at most, failed. Just sitting in the box. That means the ones that haven't been sold, it's the Schrodinger's box. Is that what it is? You don't know what's in there. It's going to be a surprise. Or can we just do some sort of mathematical analysis to say that they will all fail at this point, and every one of them will have a problem? I don't know. I don't know. It'll be an interesting future to find out about that. Makes me want to hold on to my vintage ones, because I was going to sell one of my vintage ones. I think I'm going to hold on to all my vintage ones. If this is that big of a problem. And it's not really funny. But this is an issue. This is an issue. Hopefully, we'll see how Series 2 does. But I want figure packs from this company. There's other things that I'd like to see them do, but this is just crazy. And having all those vintage ones that still work flawlessly. There's so many of them. I'd venture to say at least 80% of them still have true functionality to them. But they might have worn chrome and stuff. By the way, I wonder what the Fans Toys trailer would look like on this too, because Fans Toys did start out as a KO company and KO'd the G1 trailer. Everyone already knows that, I know, but just curious what a Fans Toys trailer would look like on it. Okay, and Ramen Toy, though, is making their next product, which is sure to execute properly. And yes, there's... I'm going to refrain from talking about whatever issues with the Mobula. Is it Mobula? There's a rocket firing issue with that. Till I get mine, and then I see what mine does. So I'm going to be reviewing it. I'll get one from Gundam It. And so I'm going to refrain from discussing that situation until I get mine, and I'll have better, accurate information on that. But the next Machina is going to be Switchblade. According to Ace in a live stream, he's planning on using the Switchblade name since it is not copyrighted. Nowhere is Switchblade copyrighted. So it'll be interesting to find out why did the loyal subjects not want to use Switchblade, and his figure looks really good and all that good stuff. So there's some really exciting stuff coming from Ramen Toy. So this will be at the end of the year. There'll be more information, possibly pre-orders, details coming into the year, something along those lines. I mean, I'm reading into it what you can read into it too. And now these are going to be figure packs. And now he didn't go into exactly how it's going to be sold. Is it going to be? You have to buy them all individually? Can you get all of it as a set? I don't know. I would really like to have a full set option, so we get all the shipping in one. But I'm in on these. Very excited because these are the first mask figures to have eyes. Well, I'd say unofficially, officially. Okay, first Machina figures to have... Okay, there we go. Machina figures with eyes. Well, I don't know. They did some separate figure packs. I don't know if those had eyes or not. Those are the clear ones. But anyway, this should be coming pretty soon, in the next week or two, for pre-orders. Of course, I'll be talking about that when the pre-orders go up. I got one more mask topic. So, we'll share this, the Currency Conspiracy. I thought it was fun launching the Loyal Subject. That's how excited I was for Loyal Subjects and Killer Mask. Was that I put up an episode. I did some editing to that episode so that it would pass the YouTube bots and so people could just watch it. I thought it was a really interesting, fun type of episode that share with everybody, get them excited for the Loyal Subjects and all of that. Really juice up the mask excitement and franchise, and like everybody that owns the rights and copyrights and all this kind of stuff are going to be making money off of what's going on with Mask right now, especially with the toys and the licensing and all that. And so, for whatever reason this past week, I got hit with a copyright claim on this video. So, of course, I deleted it, which I probably should have kept it. But it says the content owner is Wild Brain. I don't know who Wild Brain is or what Wild Brain is. I didn't really do any research on that. But I'm just wondering what's even going on there. So who really owns the Mask cartoon series rights? I don't even know. And with that, I'll just leave that alone, and I won't push official Mask product as hard as I was. I mean, if you push official Mask product and you try to get people excited about official products, this can happen to you. Yes, I was in the wrong for uploading an episode of Mask. Yes, being too excited about a franchise is wrong. It's incorrect. It was improper. Skeleton Warriors. Okay, so this is really cool because I tried my hardest not to get into Mythic Legions, and in hindsight, like maybe I should have started at the beginning and just got a few, but not gone crazy. But Skeleton Warriors. Now I have the entire run of Skeleton Warriors figures, the vintage ones. They're not expensive to collect to get the vintage ones, but the figures are not great figures. They're more like statue-esque type of figures. These are going to be full articulation Skeleton Warriors. Pre-order all in for Wave 1 would be $190 at the Horseman store, my Shopify. And then the four figures are Dr. Cyborg, Skeleton Warrior, the Oracula, Zai, and Claw. So what I am going to say about these is that the way it's worded is that you can get 190 for all four, or 45, 55, 45, 45. So basically 45 each, but the Oracula, because he's got 6 arms and a little bit more to him, is 55. But there he is. 55 for this one here. And the thing about it is that it makes me feel like there's going to be available at BBTS, but you're going to have to pay 59, 65, or 59 for the smaller ones and 65 for the Oracula. This one, 65. And Bones Zai, this one, I think this was a new, like a character that wasn't made back in the day, because I don't have a figure that looks like this. So I think this was one that was scheduled to be released but never was. They didn't go past that one wave or whatever. But yeah, you could get it on BBTS probably, but I don't know for sure. It hasn't been confirmed to me. But you could probably get it, but it'll be more expensive. So you're saving money going through them, store horsemen for the 4 horsemen, but at the same time, anyhow you slice it, I was kind of hoping these were going to be a little bit closer to the $30 price point. So they're a little more expensive than I was expecting, but they are nice looking figures. 4 Horsemen does good work, so I don't know. I'm on the fence, but if they were like 30 each, I would have already ordered them. Like 35 each. Anyway, the sell price that the lower prices I quoted you are only good through the 23rd. So August 23rd, you've got 1 week if you want them at the sell price. If not, they're going up $10 to $15 more. So we got Son of Frankenstein and Invisible Man by NECA. We saw the Son of Frankenstein last week, but it's another picture. We haven't seen the Invisible Man yet, and it's kind of funny. When I think of Invisible Man figure, I don't think of transparent plastic. I think of like a full-on figure, but tricks to make it look like basically a hollow head that goes on there. You know what I mean? Not transparent plastic, but it's just truly, the body doesn't exist. The body is there because you have, a robe, or he's got his clothing on. But when it comes to hands, like he doesn't have you can't see his hands, or the hands could be clear but have like some sort of something like dirt that got on it or something, so you can tell it's part of a hand. But a full clear figure is kind of interesting. I think it misses the point, in my opinion. But I am a sucker for a clear figure. I mean, if they would have said Christar's cousin or something, I probably would have pre-ordered it. All right, we got GameStop exclusive, and this is funny because I'm already seeing it on some of these Toy Hunt videos I watch, and the comments from Toy Hunters are, why does it got that green slop all over it? So it's a new version of Super 7's Battle Beast, available. It's deluxe, and it's Colossus of MCU Blood Spatter. GameStop exclusive. Figure includes a broken sword, a green blood splatter deco priced at $29.99. And the green blood spatter is not what people like. They want a clean figure. Well, I would rather have a clean figure than splatter. It's like the Siege days all over again with Transformers. Alright, so Marvel Legends crossover with Magic the Gathering. So, first of all, there's a couple things that really shocked me with this. Number one, that there's a Wave 2, meaning there was a Wave 1 and I missed it. I didn't know. And second of all, that there's a Wave 2. So, Marvel Legends Gathering, Black Panther, Amazon exclusive. So the Black Panther's Amazon exclusive. Then there's the Doctor Doom, $20.99, and that's pretty much everywhere online. Don't know if it's going to show up in stores, but Entertainment Earth, Big Ed Toy Store, Chosen Prime, TF Stores, Amazon. Then there's the Captain America, The Gathering, and then The Gathering Malice, Sue Storm, which those are all everywhere. Pretty much everywhere, if you're interested in this stuff. Thought it'd be cool to pass along. Also, cool stuff to pass along also would be this. This is the Red Lantern Corp 2-pack. And got a big dude and a younger, what looks like, is that a dude? Also a dude? Okay, and then a cat. Alright, so that's how that's going to work. If you're into it, then great. But then there's also Multiverse Green Lantern Corpse Preview Core by McFarlane. And so, preview upcoming 7-inch scale figures. It's been shared by McFarlane Toys. The image gives us a look at Sinestro, Medfill, Newt, Keloy, and Grill. The post adds that there are more to come. So, it's just the beginning. I mean, we got 5 months left. 4.5 months left. And this is just the beginning. We have Conan Epic Hacks Wave 2 available. You get King Conan, and he comes with all of that. And then you're going to get this other figure, the Tulsa. From these parts, I want to call him Tulsa. Tulsa Leader. Tulsa Leader? Let me get that picture, but they are $60 each. Not cheap. AKA, not cheap. But come with a lot of stuff. $60 each. Epic Hack. I think you can get it at the Entertainment Earth, BBTS, those kinds of places. If you're interested. I mean, nothing's cheap these days, is it? No, not really. Alright, so we got Muppet Babies. NECA revealed their 7-inch series scale figures based on the classic Muppet Babies cartoon. Okay, I guess it was a cartoon, but it had real world stuff in it. The original series ran from 1984 to 1991. It featured the childhood adventures of the iconic Muppets. Characters, look for more information later date. The thing that gets me on this is you see how small they are in comparison, which kind of makes me think of little tags they've got in front of them. So they're going to be sold in 2-packs? Are they going to be 2-packs? That would make more sense. Which it would make more sense to do 3-packs because they're doing Huey, Dewey, and Louie as a 3-pack from my understanding. So, is that how that's going to go? So I guess it'll be 2-packs. So, that's going to be quite expensive. I was kind of hoping you'd get like 3 or 4 in a pack, but I mean, I'd be asking too much. NECA's not that cheap. But you look the normal size Muppets up top, and how big they are, I guess. You see how big Miss Piggy is compared to the Muppet Babies is what I'm saying. Am I being toxic? What's it called? Toxic masculinity showing, right? No, not at all. I'm just trying to get scale and how much value out of your ounces of plastic or pounds. All right, next we're going to classify this as G.I. Joe news. Shown below via Kuzani 0813 on Reddit. This is the Ninja 4 Snake Eyes and Jinx 2-pack. Jinx is extremely different, and I will say that Snake Eyes looks exactly like what I would have expected. And he looks just like was it 94 when this one came out? But pretty good. I wonder if they'll rerun all of them in clear, the Shadow Warriors. Will they do that? I mean, it's Hasbro. Like, why not? Why not redo them in clear and then have the other color that they turn into, too? I mean, that sounds like a Hasbro thing. But Target exclusive in the U.S., which means they usually go to $16, and I get them. And I'm like, yeah, $16. And I feel like I got away with something. But then, the other alternative is you don't get it at all. that happens, too. All the time. All right, so Disney Plus Power Rangers live-action series is not moving forward. It's not looking good for Playmates, who's put a lot of money. Well, no, actually, Playmates, who's crowdfunding a lot of money for the toy line. Okay, it's 2026 is a crazy world. It's interesting the going-ons here. But there's a lot more details to all this. All that I'm concerned with is not going forward. I wouldn't have watched it anyway. It's not like something I was super into. Not upset about it, though. If they had made it, it would have been nice for people who are fans. And I'm happy for that. So it really hurts when a franchise can't get media this day and age. Mondo Shop. Let me swing down to the Mondo shop and let it ride. We've got Street Sharks. I'm reading straight from their site for $170 each. Soft vinyl Street Sharks. Got Ripster and Streaks, and they had Ripster. Two different versions of Ripster. Fission Street variant. So, okay. So if you missed out on the past Ripster, then here's another Ripster. Okay, and then catch up with the Streaks. These are a little bit bigger. I think they're. I don't want to lie on size. 14 inch. Maybe they'll tell me. They are bigger than what Mattel is making. And 9-inch height, 9-inch. That's not really that big. They do vinyl like you think it's huge because it's the vinyl's a cheaper mold, cheaper tooling. It's up right now to order, or is it pre-order? Pre-order, whatever. Coming soon. No? It says pre-order, coming soon, notify me when available. Okay, it said here it was supposed to go up Tuesday on the 18th. Does that mean they're sold out too? I don't ever order from Mondo, so I don't know. What I want to say about Mattel is I think that they're already done with the line, which is really sad that like they didn't even get a quarter through the characters. They did like 15% of the characters and quit. And they even did like 3 or 4 like recolors already before they even got any further. So it did not have legs. And you're going to see that with a lot of these toy lines. A lot of these 90s franchises, sadly, are not going to have legs to carry it through to something even, bigger, better, or greater. Speaking of that, we have this Tick. Now, Tick is sort of a 90s franchise. And let's see here, BBTS. So you only get it one place because it's Big Bad Workshop, which is Big Bad Toy Stores Workshop. $45 for the Tick in stock, clear. If you're in for it, it's pretty cool. I'm not getting that. I'm going to do their cop stuff though, so that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm at. So one thing about Entertainment Earth, they've gotten really good at just getting cases of stuff back. I thought this came in, sold out, and now it's back in stock. But you get one of the Wonder Twins. Which one is that? The Bizarro. The boy, not the girl. The girl was the exclusive for GameStop. My understanding. It's my understanding because I never saw either of these anywhere at all, anywhere. So, but it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 figures for $80. Super Friends 6-inch. So that's really not a bad deal. 6 figures for $80. That makes them like 12 or something around that price point. Maybe $13.33. Doing some quick math, but if you want to get it, you can get the case, and then probably hook up somebody with your extra figure there. Oh no, you only get one. Nope, you only get one of the twins. Sorry, I lied. You get 2 of the Bizarro. 2 of the Bizarro. Oh, why couldn't they get more twins out? And it would make sense because they're twins to put 2 of them in a box. That's what people want the most. I guess I have to wait for Mattel. All right, come on, Mattel. Can you do it? All right, Star Wars news. I'm gonna warm it up, yo, with Star Wars news here, because there technically is only one news bulletin, and it's insane. Okay, SDCC exclusive drop. $80 for the Black Series, Star Wars Black Series, ARF Trooper 501st and ATRT, which is $80. They're gonna reuse this ATRT 3 or 4 different recolors. We all know that's gonna happen. If it's a thing that you cared about. If you cared, then anyway, $80. Star Wars Vintage Collection, INT-4 Interceptor and Imperial Remnant Warlord. Okay, the reason this is a big deal is that when it said $51.99, I was like, man, I can't afford to collect vintage collection anymore, modern stuff. And I saw the 51.99 when I said the news story, and I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I thought it'd be like 35, right? 35's way more expensive than Kenner would have charged 5. But 35, okay, that sounds good. You got a figure in there. But no. Hold up. We made a mistake. It's really 80. Like, why would y'all think you could get this for $52? It's 80. And wow. I mean, I already only collect Star Wars from Hasbro, from Ross and Ollie's and clearance sections at Walmart and Target, but this is absolutely insane. 80 bucks. They just expect collectors to shut up and shell out this ridiculous price point. And nobody asked for this. That's the other thing. Like, who asked for this? It's not like there were forums of people, man, I really wish we could have the vintage mini rigs updated. I mean, which the body rigs would be awesome because they're super expensive vintage ones. I mean, not the cheapest, one of the cheapest ones. I mean, all these mini rigs here are pretty cheap. I mean, the one that looks like an Imperial Shuttle is one of the most expensive because it looks like an Imperial Shuttle, tight area. But this, when I was a kid, I always thought this looked kind of like a chicken walker, the ATST, and just missing the legs. Like, what if like a chicken walker broke down? They didn't have the parts. Well, let's turn it into a little ship or something. But $80, and it was supposed to be a low price point. And so this gets into the whole discussion and topic of the reason I was collecting the modern stuff in the 90s that wasn't really what I wanted. I wanted the vintage stuff, was because it was 3 times the price to get a vintage item than the modern item. And now you could go get the vintage one of these for still like 10 or 15 bucks. And the little gun in the front is going to cost you, and get it 100% complete, maybe 25 bucks. And then there was no Remnant Warlord, so you don't have to worry about tracking that down if you want to get a vintage one. But the script has been flipped. Now you can buy vintage cheaper than modern, what you get at the store. Well, this is a Pulse exclusive now, so kids aren't allowed to collect Star Wars. I forgot. Let me just show you how far down Star Wars has gone now. There was a video. This is from Open by Chance, and this is good old David Eon looking at Star Wars, and just, wow, these have fallen. Most of them are $10. Like, this one shot shows the most expensive ones on the table are $15, and Duke can't get rid of them. Right? And while he's talking to David's talking to this dealer here, dude puts a fan, just sets it right on top of the figures, like these worthless figures. I'm thinking to hold my fan up. I was like, is that really what just happened there? Yeah, it's what happened. That's how little people care about Star Wars figures in 2026. I'm not joking. This really happened, and I had to clip that. That was insane. That's how little these are worth to people, sellers or buyers. The sad part's I got 100 of them I need to get rid of because I'm only keeping the handful I really care about. And the rest I'm going to lose 10, 15... I could lose $20 per figure on selling Star Wars Black Series. Oh, that Star Wars segment, I'm probably going to have to go get therapy after that. Let me just look at my jet. Oh, never mind. One last thing before I wrap it up. I did forget to talk about this in my Joe section. So if you watch all the way through, you get it all. But this is now up at TF Source, so every place, including, I guess, gas stations now, are going to be carrying this Cobra Commander throne set. The one that everybody freaked out because it sold out for a little while before they put up another 100,000 units. And now they can't figure out what to do with the extra units that are getting produced. Let's just send them to TF Source. I can't make this stuff up, but anyway, let me guys think about this week's weekly news and review. What else is going on out there that I missed? I could use a good laugh. Tech Hanger out.